What I'm going to share with you in this video is going to dramatically increase your chances of being able to lucid dream tonight. I'm going to share with you 10 things that you need to do in a lucid dream. I know as I say that, you are probably thinking, hold on Josh, I'm not really the best at getting into lucid dreams every night, so shouldn't I know how to get into lucid dreams every single night first before I figure out what I'm going to do in the lucid dream? Yes and no. You see, this video that I'm doing, I'm basing it from the other night. I had multiple lucid dreams in the same night. And for me, by the way, I'm just going to be open and honest. I'm not anybody here who's claiming that I have multiple lucid dreams every single night. I'm still developing the skill. It's just that I know for me, I've gone many years where I've struggled to lucid dream. And more recently, I've dedicated more time to it. And I found there's certain things that are really helping me to develop this skill. So I'm sharing this with you. So the other night, I was able to have multiple lucid dreams in a night for I think the first time ever, or the first time in ages. And that's what I'm basing this video on. You see, an important point is over the years, I looked into so many articles, maybe you've done the same, so many articles, so many videos, so many things online, trying to see what are all the things that you can do in a lucid dream. And what I found, I don't know if you've seen this too, is a lot of people that are just regurgitating the same stuff. It's okay, you can fly, you can shapeshift, you can meet a celebrity, you can imagine you're a different person or something like that. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying there is cool to experience, and maybe that's something that you want to experience too. But the problem is, it's just the same things over and over again. So what I've done instead is in this video, I've put together a list, and the way that I've structured this video, well, I'm flowing, but the way that I'm mentally structuring this video, it will increase your chances of being able to lucid dream by 50 to 100%. How? Well, it goes back to those 2 lucid dreams that I had the other night. Because the interesting thing was that it wasn't from a particular technique. It was simply dream-induced lucid dreams. For those of you who know, dialed, right? D-I-L-D, dream-induced lucid dreams, which basically means that I was in a dream, I realized I was dreaming, and I became lucid. So the other day, before I had these multiple lucid dreams in the same night, I was watching something by Michael Raduga. And I don't know if you've heard of him. For those of you who have been into lucid dreaming for a while, you probably have. If you haven't, note his name down. He's definitely someone you want to check out. In fact, if you have heard of him, let me know in the comments. I'm interested who has heard of Michael Raduga. I was watching something by him to do with lucid dreaming. Well, he calls it something different, but not to overcomplicate this video, basically lucid dreaming. He was talking about this. And he was talking about setting goals for your dreams, for your lucid dreams. And this was a big realization that I had. For me, and maybe you've experienced this too, you ever had it where you haven't been lucid dreaming for some time, then you're just you know what, when I lucid dream, I'll figure it out when I'm in there. Let me just try and focus on lucid dreaming. And then once I'm in a lucid dream, I'll figure out what I'm going to do in the dream. But then you ever had it where then one day you became lucid, but because you didn't have a set out goal, you your mind was kind of a bit fuzzy. You didn't really know what you should do. You didn't really have a plan of action. Then before you knew it, you didn't really do much and you just woke up. This is a big problem that most people fall into. They don't plan what they're going to do. They don't have an idea. So then they get into the dream and then all of a sudden the dream just happens, the lucid dream happens, and then nothing really happens that they wanted to do. So first of all, if you haven't got a goal, you need to get a goal, which is where this video is coming in. But second of all, another problem that I see is that somebody might set a goal, but not be super attached to it. And what I mean by that, maybe you have a envision, hey, when I lucid dream, I want to fly. And flying feels cool, but I know for a fact there's something in your heart, something in your core being that you would attach to way more. And what I mean by that is maybe, okay, flying is cool. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much you want to experience something, maybe it's a 7 or an 8. But there's something to do with what you specifically want to do in life, what you specifically enjoy doing in life, that would hit a 8, 9 or 10. You know what I mean? If you was oh, you know what, I didn't think of that, but if I did that, man, that would be so cool. It reaches on that spectrometer, that continuum. It's not just a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10, it's 9 and 10. The excitement is there. And this links to the frequent lucid dreaming formula that I spoke about in my other video. So definitely do check that video out. A lot of this will make sense. So anyway, when I was watching this Michael Raduga thing and he was talking about setting goals, it made me realize, yeah, you know what? I need to properly set goals. I had some loose goals, but it wasn't anything I was super attached to. So I told myself the next time I am lucid dreaming, I'm going to do this. And by the way, this is a big topic now that I'm going to share, because sometimes people ask me, Josh, is it possible to do this in a lucid dream? I don't even need to hear your question. My answer is yes. Note this down. You can note this down in the comments, note this down on a paper, on your phone, somewhere that you're going to remember. In a lucid dream, the only limitation is your imagination. In a lucid dream, the only limitation is your imagination. If you can't imagine it, you won't be able to do it. If you don't even perceive that it's possible to do that thing, you won't be doing it. If, let's say your imagination is here and everything within here, within your imagination you can do. But if you didn't even break that comfort zone, break those boundaries, all this infinite possibility that could happen isn't going to happen for you. So that's why in this video, I'm giving you these 10 things that you need to do in a lucid dream, not just to give you ideas, like not just to give you things, okay, that sounds cool, let me do that. I want to do this, and the way that I've set this out, I'm going to share with you how to do this in a moment. I want to do this to start triggering your imagination, to start seeing the world from a different perspective. Because if you're confined in this mental restriction that you have on a day-to-day, okay, gravity works like this, I walk like this, I move from place to place by doing this, I speak like this. If you're confined to how this reality works, you'll put the same limits on that reality. Where that reality, or that dream space, let's say, is infinite. You could do so many things. So in this video, it's key that from the 10 things that I'm going to tell you, I want you to pick one of them, right? I want you to pick the one that excites you the most. And don't be limited to just what I say. I might say point number 5, and this may excite you the most, but actually when you modify point number 5, you might be like, actually, that excites me even more for me. So use this as a template, but I do want you to play along with what I'm saying. So the way that I'm going to do this, in a moment, I'm going to share the 10 things that you need to do in a lucid dream. When I share them, I'm going to start with point number 1. Obviously, we start from the first one. So when I start from there, I want you to set that as the baseline. And you're like, just don't need to write anything down. You can write it down if you want to definitely remember. But you could write in the comments, help other people out as well. But at least have that thing remembered, set that as your baseline. So let's say number 1 is like a 7 out of 10. Then I say number 2. I want you to compare, is number 2 something that excites you more or less? If number 2 excites you less, then okay, you keep hold of number 1. Don't get me wrong, you can still do number 2 another time, but what I want you to do is pick the one out of these 10 that excites you the most. So let's say I say number 3, and you realize actually number 3 excites you way more than number 1, the first one that I said. Then you're gonna have that as a new baseline as we continue through this video. Does that make sense? So you're basically gonna listen to every point that I say and use that as your baseline, and then see the next point, is it above or below the baseline? If it's below, you hold on to that thing. That's what you're gonna do tonight. If I say another point and it's above that baseline, it excites you even more, or a variation of that excites you even more, then you do that one, okay? You do that one tonight when you're lucid dreaming. So that will be your goal for tonight. So let's get into it. The first thing that you need to do in a lucid dream, and this comes from the idea, you know, sometimes people say, hey, you could meet your future self or you could time travel. It kind of comes from that, but I don't want you to just meet your future self. You might meet your future self of tomorrow. You might meet your future self and you might be limited by thinking that this is how your future is going to turn out, when actually your future can turn out even greater. So the first thing on this list is not meet your future self. The first thing on this list is to interview the most successful, the most wise, and the most enlightened version of you. Let me say that again. Interview the most successful, oh man, I can't even say my words. Interview the most successful, wise, and enlightened version of you. You can interview this person however you want. It could be that you're at a coffee shop speaking to them. It could be that you're at your apartment or their apartment. It could be, or house or mansion or whatever it is. It could be that you're on a YouTube podcast. Whatever it is, I want you to interview them and ask them questions about what they did in their life to get to there, what they maybe some advice that they would give to you where you are right now, what choices they would make, what decisions they might make that are different to what you're doing now, or that might be the same. I want you to interview them to get this information, not just to meet them, but to get this information of how it can actually help you, how it can benefit you in your life. I guarantee you will have some very interesting conversations from basically you from almost like a different timeline, a future timeline, but the most enlightened, most successful, most wise version of you. You'll be surprised what will come in that conversation. The second thing that I want you to experience is I want you to be the most important and the most famous person on the planet. This is very simple, but I want you to feel how it feels like to feel important, to feel famous. I want you to experience, and I can feel some of you right now, this is exciting you. You're like, Shears, how would this feel? I want you to experience it. Experience it from the sense of not just like feeling, hey, I'm important, but like, how does your day look differently? Like, do you have security? What sort of place are you staying at? What sort of decisions are you making in life? Like, when you go on the streets, like you're going to the shops, do people stop you? What do people say about you? Do people thank you? Like, just experience your life as the most successful, most famous version of yourself. The third thing that I would like to invite into your imagination is I want you to shrink down to the size of your cells. I want you, like you to shrink down to the size of your cells, like your body's cells, the cells in your body. And I want you to go inside your body. So imagine this, you're shrinking down your consciousness, or maybe you could still be yourself, shrinking down to the size of the cells, but actually going to your body, like you're outside and you're going to go inside now. And I want you to go inside your body as if it's a museum. So what do I mean by that? When you go inside, you're going to get greeted by maybe some cells in the body who's like, hey, come with me. Let me show you this organ, or let me show you this part of your body, or let me show you this part. Go to wherever it shows you. Go to anywhere of importance. Like maybe there's a certain organ that you need to see, or it needs to speak to you about, that needs work on, or that needs, I don't know, healing, or that is doing amazing and wants to show you how fun it is there. Just imagine you've shrunk down. You're going into your physical body, you're meeting some cells who are taking you on this excursion around your body, like treat it like a museum excursion. And then this is kind of like crazy, and I hope that this stuff is starting to open your imagination up. Like we're only just getting beginning. This is point number 3. There is a lot more deeper stuff that we're going to be covering, but this is just starting to open your imagination. When you're in that excursion in your body, imagine you're speaking to your organs. How are they feeling? How is life? Maybe your liver tells you to cut down on the alcohol a bit, or something like that. Maybe you get some advice from your brain, or maybe you get some advice from your heart. Maybe you get some advice from your legs. Maybe some cells in your body are saying, hey, this dessert stuff you keep eating every day, like, can you cut it back a bit because it's killing us down here? Whatever it is. Maybe your cells are like, oh my gosh, you're so amazing. Thank you. God has literally arrived. I don't know. Anything could happen. I don't want to tell you what will happen, because I want your lucid dream to make it happen as it's meant to happen. But the point is, you're going inside your body and you're getting like a museum excursion around, and you're finding out things about your body, seeing cool places, seeing things that are of significant importance that you need to know about will come through. You will be surprised what will come through in this museum excursion. Now, point number 4. Point number 4 is I want you to imagine you're on a planet. Well, not imagine, you're in a lucid dream, so it will be like that. But create a planet where let's say you step outside, there is no nature, and it's just like pure technology, like just pure technology for everything. Like there's no signs of nature, there's no nature on this planet, it's just pure advanced technology. I want you to do that, and I want you to compare with another version. The second version is you open the door, you go outside, and it's just pure nature. Everything is made of nature. The buildings are made of nature. The technology is made of nature. Like you are made of nature. Well, we kind of are. Well, we are nature, but you know what I mean? Like it might be different. It might be the same nature, but everything on that planet is made of nature. The goal of this point number 4 is not just to experience what's happening. I want you to feel the difference. Feel how it feels different energetically. See how people are differently in the advanced technology one, in the just pure nature one. See the world, experience it, and feel the difference. Feel what you feel, experiment. See what is different about both worlds, which one you prefer, which one maybe you like both of them for different reasons. Maybe you like one a lot, one not so much. Feel into it, see what you know, see what you notice. Feel the difference between these two experiences and which one resonates more with you, which one feels aligned more with you. Number 5. Now, some people on these articles or even on some videos, they share like that they recommend, you could go to like build your dream house or build your dream place that you want to stay. Actually, number 5 is not that. Number 5 is taking this one step further. I don't want you to build your dream house or your dream mansion. I want you to allow your dream space to create your dream house or your dream mansion for you. The difference is that you are not creating and thinking, hey, I wouldn't mind having my bathroom here. I wouldn't mind having this outside. I wouldn't mind having this type of garden. No. I want you to allow your dream space. Now, you watching this, people vary. Some people think that lucid dreams are just exclusively, it's just their subconscious mind. Some people believe that it's not really just their subconscious mind, it's like their higher self, like a different aspect of themselves. Some people believe that it's like an astral world, like you're not lucid dreaming, you're actually astral projecting. Whatever you believe, whether you believe it's your subconscious mind, this deeper part of the universe, or your higher self, we can all agree on one thing, that dream space knows you better than you consciously know you. No? Whether it's your subconscious mind, it knows you better than you know you. Whether it's your higher self, it knows you better than you consciously know you. Whether it's some deeper part of the universe, it knows you better than you know you. So regardless, we can come to the agreement that this dream space, let's just call it dream space in this video, knows you better than you consciously know you. Which means if you allow your dream space to show you your dream house or your dream mansion or your dream apartment or whatever it is, or your dream island, I don't know, something like that, somewhere where you're going to live, what you'll find is even from before you even go inside, you're probably going to be super excited. What I mean by this is like, let's imagine that you open the door and then you see, whoa, this house, it has like a secret basement. I didn't even think of that. That's so cool. Or it's got like a meditation place, like that's soundproof. I never even thought to put that in my dream house, but this looks cool. Or even this small device which changes the lights whenever I speak a certain word is super cool. Like, you will be surprised what will come through for you when you let the dream space create it. The dream space might even create it, like, let's imagine you really enjoy go-karting. It might put a go-karting track in your back garden. Or if you really enjoy, I don't know, boxing or gaming, it might put like a boxing ring downstairs or upstairs or on the roof. Like things that you probably would never imagine, like yourself, like create yourself. But when you see, you're like, oh my freaking gosh, like it just resonates with you on a deep level. Why? It's because this dream space knows exactly what your dream house would be based on what you enjoy in life. It's almost like, you know, like how Facebook, Google, YouTube, all these companies have all this data on us. Like imagine that, but times a billion. Like your dream space knows you so well, like knows all the decisions that you've made in your life, knows all the experiences that you've had, all the wants that you have, all the things that you really love, all the things that you really hate. Like it just knows you like 1,000%. I know 1,000% isn't really a thing, but it knows you a lot, okay? Let's get that point. So the point of this is if you allow the dream space to create your dream house, your dream mansion, your dream whatever it is, it will show you things that you probably never even thought of, but you'll be like, no freaking way. And actually, I wanna make a very important point here, right? Disclaimer, because I'm a big advocate of using things like lucid dreaming and other altered states of consciousness to win at life, like to be your most successful version, to use it to manifest a better version of your life, or a better version of you, or another version of you, right? I'm a big advocate of using these things to help on the physical, successful level, but also on the spiritual, like the enlightenment stage. Like those of you who follow my channel, you know I like to go deep. So I'm not just someone who believes, you know, because you get some people who just believe lucid dreaming is just for, you know, kicking around, having fun, seeing what happens, you know, but they kind of use it as an escape from reality. I want to get it straight. These 10 things that I'm sharing here, and we're only on point 5, there's 5 more to go. These 10 things that I'm sharing here are not created for you to escape your reality. The reason why I'm asking you or sharing with you these 10 things is I want you to actually start to get some information, get some things that can help you on a physical level or help you on a spiritual level, right? When it comes to enlightenment or whatever your goal is spiritually and physically. Like, for example, the house example, the dream house, letting your dream space make it. You might think, okay, Josh, yeah, I want to use this stuff to help me, but have you seen my bank account? Have you seen what's in my bank account? I don't think I can afford that dream house right now. Yeah, cool. But if you can't afford that dream house, maybe you see something in there like a device or something that you think is super cool, and maybe you integrate that into your house, like a device that changes the colors. You think that's pretty cool. Maybe you look on Amazon, you find that same device. Then you're integrating some of this thing to make your quality of life even better. Maybe something that you see in the dream space is something that's so cool but hasn't been invented yet. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's something that like is so cool, so amazing. You're like, why has nobody thought of this? Then you see it, you bring it back into this reality, you create that thing, or you partner up with someone to create that thing. Then you become that multi-millionaire or multi-billionaire who can afford that dream house. You know what I mean? So don't take these things for granted. Don't think, oh, hey, these are cool 10 things that I can do. I'm going to do this one. And then you just do it. You escape from reality, but then you come back, you wake up in poverty. You know what I mean? Like I don't want anybody to be living a less quality of life than they should be living. So use these things for inspiration. You know, you hear a lot of people who create music, create different things in the dream space, and then bring it into this reality, and it becomes like #1 hit, or people really resonate with it, or it's like a new amazing production. So yeah, every point that I'm saying, see how you can use it to better your physical life, like what you're achieving, your growth, your personal growth, and also your spiritual enlightenment, development. Like even like the first thing that I shared about speaking to your future self, all the things that not your future self, the most wise, the most successful, the most enlightened version of yourself. All the things that they share, see what's relevant, see what you can bring back and implement it. I guarantee if you listen to the things that your most wise, enlightened, successful version of you shares with you, your life will not be the same. The decisions that you make will be very different. So make sure, like I said, disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. What I'm sharing in this video is not, I repeat, is not a way for you to just escape reality and enjoy the dream space. Yes, beautiful, go enjoy it. But see what you can bring back into this reality to make it your best life yet, your best reality yet. To the point where this reality becomes the lucid dream. You know what I mean? So it's not just you going to a dream and lucid dreaming. This reality becomes like a lucid dream because everything you want is happening because you're using both dream space and this reality for your development. Which brings me on to point number 6, right? The 6th thing that you need to do in a lucid dream. I want you, oh, by the way, before I say this, remember, you're having a baseline right now. So out of the 5 things that I've shared, which one excites you the most? Think about it. If you've forgotten to do this, think about it now. If you've been doing this, cool. Have your baseline, which one excites you the most, and then see if these next 5 are gonna be above that baseline or below that baseline, and then you'll have one at the end of this video that you can use. So point number 6 is visit a super advanced alien culture. Visit a super advanced alien culture. When you go to the super advanced alien planet or alien culture or whatever it is, see what you can learn from them. See why their planet or their civilization is so advanced, is so civil. See everything that you can learn about them. Maybe you go to the planet and you get a tour from one of the aliens and they share with you, yeah, this is how we do technology, this is what we do, this is how come everybody is so peaceful, so harmonious on the planet, this is why this planet is made up of this much energy or this much, I don't know, chemicals, or I don't know. See what comes through. I don't want to put too many things on here because I want your lucid dream to show you what comes through. But point number 6 is visit a super advanced alien culture or alien civilization or alien planet and see what you can learn from them. Get a tour, see what you can learn, all the amazing things you can bring back to this reality to make this reality not just better for everybody else, but better for you, the whole world, the whole universe, and beyond. Point number 7, thing number 7 is kind of a wild card. It's like, I only put this one in to kind of like trigger your imagination to start playing with how the reality works. So number 7 is to taste colors and smell emotions. So I want you to not interpret how you normally interpret colors, emotions. I want you to taste colors. So you might be like, that blue tastes pretty good. Or maybe like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of reds. Reds aren't for me. Like you'll find out what colors you like to eat, what colors don't taste well. But also to smell emotions. Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's like, man, this love smells so good. And then you're like, yeah, fear, greed, anxiety, nah. Goodbye, I'm getting out of this room. It smells too disgusting. So I want you to, I'm putting this one in as a wild card. You could do something else. It could even be like, for example, maybe you change the way that you perceive senses. So instead of seeing with your eyes, maybe you taste with your eyes and you see with your ears and you smell with your mouth, for example, or you smell with your touch. Experiment with the reality. Change the reality around. Don't just confine to how this reality works. Start to change things, start to tweak things. So this one's a bit of a wild card. You can play with your imagination even more here, but the point is something different like tasting colors, smelling emotions. Now, number 8, experience your deepest fantasy. Whoa. Where is your mind going right now? You see, I didn't say whatever you just imagined, okay? That wasn't Josh recommending that. All I said was experience your deepest fantasy. But there's a reason why I put this one in, because actually you can learn a lot about yourself. See what this experience is like, whatever your deepest, darkest fantasy is, see what this experience is like. See why you want to experience this. See if it is as good as you expected or if it's not as good as expected. See what you can learn about yourself from this. You know, we could go into a whole different topic here of talking about shadow work and shadow side and all this sort of stuff, or even like higher self aspect and everything like that, whichever end of the spectrum you go. But this one I wanted to put in just to let your imagination go and see if there's something that really excites you, something that you really want to experience, some fantasy that you have in your mind that you want to experience. Learn about yourself. So that's point number 8. Thing number 9 is to meet an enlightened ascended master. Meet an enlightened ascended master. Take from that experience any spiritual teachings, philosophies, or anything that ascended master feels that you need in that moment to grow physically, to grow spiritually, to grow financially, to grow in your relationship or relationships, to grow in your health. enough said on that one. More information will come through when you do that one. But don't just take this lightly. Allow an ascended, enlightened spiritual master to come to you and share with you their wisdom, their spiritual teachings, their philosophies. And yeah, a lot of these things, when you do them, let me know in the comments, like what exactly you experience. I'm always curious to hear, probably like you, it's always curious hearing other people's experiences and what they experience in a lucid dream. And point number 10. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, okay, before I get to point number 10, if you're enjoying this video and you would like more videos like this on your feed, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new, because then more of my videos, more of these videos like this will pop up on your feed. So point number 10, what is it? This one is kind of like, you ever heard where people say you rub a lamp, a genie will come out? You know that whole like fairy tale, you rub a lamp, Aladdin's lamp, then the genie will come out. When the genie says, you've got 3 wishes, what do you want? Well, you might ask for, hey, give me $1 million. Hey, give me the love of my life. Hey, give me my dream job. No. You don't use the third one for that. What do you use your third wish for? You use your third wish to ask for 3 more wishes. No, you use all your 3 wishes, they're gone. You use your third wish to ask for another 3 wishes or another 100 wishes. Now you can keep the cycle going on forever. So that is what this point number 10 is all about. Point number 10 is to ask your dream space to make you and help you become lucid the next time you're dreaming. Ask your dream space to assist you with becoming lucid the next time that you're dreaming. You see what we did here? Now it's the case where you're not just trying to lucid dream, then boom, you lucid dream, you did one of these things, and then after it's like, okay, let me try for a few more months to lucid dream again. No, you're in the lucid dream. And notice I said dream space, because for some of you, when I say dream space, you might hear subconscious. Some of you, when I say dream space, you might hear enlightened master or higher self. Some of you, when I say dream space, you might hear the universe, God, creator, whatever it is. But ask that dream space to assist you. Now this is the case where next time you're dreaming, it assists you. It could be, I don't want to give too many ideas here because something will probably resonate with you deeply, but just to give some inspiration. It could be that anytime you're in a dream, something flashes in your awareness, in your face or in the dream to notify you, hey, you're dreaming. Then boom, you become lucid, a dream-induced lucid dream. Maybe it's the case where next time that you're dreaming, instead of something flashing, you create some dream symbol. Maybe some dream symbol that you agree on, maybe it's a person or a particular symbol, and you know anytime you see that, it's a dream. Like it could be a symbol that doesn't even exist on this planet that you just create. It could be a symbol that does exist and it triggers you to do reality checks, for example. It could be anything. It could just be that you ask your dreaming space to, next time you're dreaming, make you lucid. So then you don't even have to do anything, but you just become lucid. Whatever resonates with you, choose that thing. So that is point number 10. Don't just take the 3 wishes. You use the last wish to get even more of this experience, to the point where you can ask for every dream to be lucid, or every night to be lucid, or consistently lucid. But ask your dream space to help you. So those are the 10 points. Out of all the 10 things, I am very curious. Let me know in the comments which one you are most, you are going to do tonight. You're most excited by. Whether it's one of the 10 that I shared, or whether it's a version of the 10 that I shared. Like you didn't think of something before, but because I mentioned one of the points, you're like, hey, actually I could do this thing that resonates with me even deeper. Let me know in the comments just by typing a number. You don't have to type the whole thing out, not to give any spoilers to anyone. You can, if you want to type it out and give a different version as well. You can type it out, or even easier, just put a number, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 1, number 10, whatever which one excites you the most to do tonight. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, you got any value whatsoever, make sure to hit the like button, you know the drill. Comment below what you are going to be doing tonight in your lucid dream. And other than that, if you haven't watched my previous lucid dreaming video, this one will help you tremendously. Or if you have, here is another video that will help you live your best, most optimal life path in this lifetime and beyond. Much love. See you soon.